The funny thing is, actually, like, the doctor said, like, you've got leukemia or lymphoma, and the first thing I said to him was, how do we beat it?
Do you know what the first thing I said was, am I going to die?
Really?
That's interesting, yeah.
Take 2. That was a better clap, wasn't it?
Much better, Kiwi, that. Most men sort of do struggle to discuss it and to talk about their illness because they feel they have to shoulder the responsibility for other people. It sounds like that's what you had to do.
After I got diagnosed, like my ex-wife burst into tears and tapping her on the shoulder. I became almost a carer.
Yeah.
And that was
role
surreal.
reversal.
Yeah. My parents was probably the harder reaction because they were Indian. I had to explain to them in Gujarati.
Yeah.
But I mean, my Gujarati is terrible.
So having to play carer, translator, you haven't really got time to process it yourself.
It was quite difficult. I couldn't speak to many people about how I really felt. A lot of my friends didn't know what to say to me.
Yeah.
And actually the friends that said, I don't even know what to say to you, shall I just get you a beer?
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, cheers. But a couple of my friends, they were almost too afraid to even hug me. And he said, but I might hurt you. That changed when I said to him, I said, look, don't be so stupid. Like, I'm gonna be fine. I said, but like, I don't want to be treated any different. People ask me all the time, like, you know, how did you deal with the fact that, you know, you might die? And I was like, well, I didn't. Yeah. Like, you know, it was the most challenging things that happened in my life. I think if you're a man and you've been diagnosed with cancer, you have to almost still broad your shoulders high and say, yeah, everything's going to be okay.
I can see that might enter a lot of men's sort of mind because they think, listen, I've got kids, I've got family, I've got to be the strong one here. Yeah. Maybe that stops men sharing and talking about it and maybe admitting to themselves how much it probably gets to them. I mean, I was very much quite an open book. I was in tears most days, but not with everyone, and I kind of could open up a lot more to strangers, bizarrely. I could be far more open with, when I got referred for some counselling. Yeah. A psychotherapist I had sort of post-treatment, post-transplant, was the biggest shining light I could have, and she just understood. And I think they understood more than my family, because my family would be there trying to pick me up all the time. Yeah. And when you're trying to pick someone up all the time, I end up putting on an act because I don't want to be too down.
Yeah, that's right. For me, when I shared my emotions was actually when I rang up Macmillan, and I just offloaded. I don't even know who they were, but they just listened for like 40 minutes, whilst I just ranted at the world. And what it did, you know, it allowed me to get everything off my chest. Yeah. And now what I say is, it's good to talk, because it is.
Yeah.
And actually we kind of forget that.
Do you feel it takes the fear away a bit?
I think so.
Sharing it and talking.
I think it does.
I'll tell you what I think keeps you sane, and maybe it's a British thing, but I think it's the sense of humour. Your life doesn't stop when you've got cancer. I was told, listen, this treatment's going to make you infertile, almost certainly. And if you need radiotherapy, that will definitely make you infertile and a bone marrow transplant. And I didn't know how to process it. I was just like, oh my God. My dad came in the room and I had tears in my eyes. And he just looked up and just said, well, at least you can go and sleep around. And I mean, that's him, Irish, Brummy, just jovial. I probably did laugh at that.
Yeah. Humour is so important. I remember work found out that I had to, you know, pop a few of my soldiers into this pot, which came to be called Kiwi's Little Soldiers. Work sent like a card from everyone saying like, I hope you get better and everything else, along with it with a Playboy magazine and an FHM with a post note saying, hope for your help.